right. Welcome back to the Patriot Hour for December 10th, Tuesday. Really big day yesterday again. Just went over a lot in the last video. Check it out. A couple of Q proofs in the IG report, folks. Pretty crazy, all right? That was not a coincidence. You would need to specifically sit there and do it. Does it mean a whole bunch? No. Does it mean that Q is everywhere? Possibly. There's a lot of us, and we're everywhere. We should just have to revisit all the Q proofs at one point. Again, great to follow along. It's pointing us in the right directions. Everything is coming that we knew. So don't listen to a lot of the naysayers and just keep pushing forward. All right. Listen to everybody you can. Watch everything you can. Believe none of it until you can verify it, folks. That's what we always promote here at the Patriot Hour. Do your own research. Connect your own dots. Here at the Patriot Hour, we're going to go over lots of different things, dig into lots of different articles. Sometimes it just doesn't, always pertain to what we're looking at. All right. Got to be able to file accordingly sometimes. All right. Chew the meat, spit out the bone, and don't get caught up in all the eddies. All right. We all have our own personal agendas. Unfortunately, there's a lot of them. I can't even begin to get into them. I wouldn't want to. And it doesn't really matter. We need to rally around freedom, keeping our, First and Second Amendments and, all of it, and getting back to some of it. All right. Some of our rights went offline in 1871. Is Trump going to get us back to where we're truly free? We're not paying all these taxes. We charge tariffs. The idea that we had to, truly be a different kind of country than what had ever existed. All right. It was a new idea. Is it 100% right? Did we do everything right along the way? I can tell you right now where we're at, that was not the idea. A lot of people would agree, but this is where we're at and this is where it's gotten to. Oh, it also states certain things in there. When your government becomes too over this, too over that, it's your God-given right to take it back, make it whole again, make it what it was supposed to be. All right, nobody else is going to do it for you. That's what we've always been told. So why would Trump be? Well, actually, at this point in the game of what was going on, it had to be somebody of stature to win the presidency. You're not going to get any kind of endorsement. You're not going to get any kind of airtime unless you have some power, unless you are somebody, money. The Hollywood and all them people loved Trump until he actually ran. And his message was, I'm not part of you guys anymore. Now, this has been the case. We've always had the guys. Now, you never really heard Hillary renounce her friends and then, call them out. But she tried to act like she was poor with most people. I'm broke like you. These people over here. But it was they were all of the same. All right. That was the guys. Trump, his is it's not really money, this or that. It's we the people versus this over here. And if you can get that right in your head, all your research, people point you in the right direction. It's not common that you'd find that in somebody with all the money and all the power, right? It's really rare. So regardless of all that, this episode, all right, we can get into that for days on end. Again, cutting into these episodes lately, you guys can skip. But anyway, right now we're going to jump into this. What the title of this video is Undeniable Evidence. Undeniable Evidence. And this is another sad chapter. Another taint on our history. Undeniable evidence. Explosive classified docs reveal Afghan war a mass deception. Now, again, we have reported on this in all wars. Have we taken the time to get into the newest ones, to break them down to you? No, because things are hidden, and here it is. It's all out. The some 2,000 pages of notes from interviews of senior officials who have shaped U.S. strategy in Afghanistan confirm that the senior U.S. officials failed to tell the truth about the war in Afghanistan throughout the 18-year campaign, making rosy pronouncements that they knew to be false. Hiding unmistakable evidence in the war had become unwinnable, according to a bombshell Post report. So now this interview, or the internal interviews and statements, were unearthed via Freedom of Information Act, right? The FOIA request, and the span through the Bush, Obama, and into the Trump administration. The trove further confirms that U.S. leaders knew vast amounts of money was being wasted in a futile attempt to westernize the nation. Watchdog groups commonly estimate the total U.S. spending on the war was hit $1 trillion by the end of 2019. More importantly, America's endless war has cost at least 2,351 American lives and over 20,000 wounded. The internal Pentagon project conducted by the Office of Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, which is the SIGAR, that's SIGAR, had thought to get honest assessment as possible as to the state's status of America's longest-running quagmire, panning multiple administrations. It was to be a classified lesson learned. Classified lesson learned. Let's just sweep it under the rug. Not to mention the bare cost on the VA system that's already a effed up system, and you guys are just creating the shit for no reason. This is bad. So the internal Pentagon project conducted by the Office of Special Inspector General for Afghan, the SIGAR, right? Lesson learned, classify it, and call it a lesson learned, bury it in the drawer, lock it in a safe. Assessments of sorts to prevent future missteps. What did we get for this $1 trillion effort? Was it worth $1 trillion? One retired Navy SEAL who had advised the Bush administration and Obama administrations observed in one of these documents. After the killing of OBL, I said that Osama was probably laughing in his watery grave, considering how much we have spent in Afghanistan. So Caitlin Johnstone here on Twitter, here's more undeniable evidence that you were lied to about the war in Afghanistan. For anyone who needed more undeniable evidence that you were lied to about the war in Afghanistan, read right here. Confidential documents revealed the U.S. officials failed to tell the truth. Another top official, former White House Afghan war czar Douglas Lute, under the Bush and Obama, confessed we were devoid of a fundamental understanding of Afghanistan. We didn't know what we were doing. He added that we didn't have the foggiest notion of what we were undertaking after the 2001 invasion. Unbelievable. They just knew they needed war. If American people knew the magnitude of this dysfunction, 2,400 lives lost, he added. Two major consistent themes from the documents that keep coming up. The manipulation on a mass scale of statistics fed to the public in order to hide the true disastrous nature of the war. And two, the U.S. leaders turning a blind eye to large-scale theft of U.S. taxpayer dollars by corrupt Afghan officials. The U.S. aid was looted with impunity, according to released documents, and provided undeniable evidence that the top defense officials knew years of rosy public statements were a mountain of lies. Joshua Landis, almost hard to get infuriated about the blatant spinning by our government agencies anymore. The effort to cover up the failures of U.S. foreign policy, whether in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria, Yemen, has worn us down. Hard to remember what honesty is. This is some frickin' Upsetting stuff, folks. Every data point was altered to present the best picture possible. Bob Crawley, an American colonel. I'm calling for all the Trump needs to. The only thing you can do, brother, is to drain the military swamp at this point. I'm calling for you to get rid of every single one of these degenerate F-ups. They need to be fired, removed, if not tried for frickin' crimes. You drain that damn swamp immediately. Got the names, you get rid of, and they're not able to talk and tell their story. They're done. The picture's been painted. We don't need to hear the lies. We don't need to see the spin. You do it fast and you do it abruptly in the military tribe. If it's not already happening, it better be. Over 400 people close to the decision-making process were interviewed as a part of an internal DOJ investigation. However, among these, 366 names were redacted, giving that more damning testimony was given. The Inspector General deemed they should be treated as whistleblowers and informants. But for all the hand-wringing and outrage Monday, the Washington Post bombshell to unleash this week. It was remembered that the establishment in both parties have consistently pushed to stay at war, not to mention going to war in the goddamn first place. That's as upsetting, folks. Excuse my, you guys can understand, I bet, but just, I mean, it's just a sick game. It needs to stop. Like, we've been doing this forever. Too many lives lost, destroyed, and other. And when you're doing it, I'm gonna leave this link down below. There are some videos. I highly suggest that we understand this, so it doesn't happen again. We won't allow it. How in the hell can 1% or these small fractions of governments control the people so well with their lies, and we just sit and think it's all great, and then when you try to argue with your damn neighbor or family member, tell them this stuff, they want to put you in the corner, and you're shunned, and it doesn't ever end well. But here we are, right all along. That's not what it's about. We're not trying to be right. Trying to get everyone else to understand so it can stop. We can all have a great conversation if there's 10 people in the room and come up with some great ideas instead of just trying to. All right, that's our point here, folks. Again, God bless each and every one of you, and we'll see you back here real soon. I'm going to take a little break and a breather and get on. We'll have to keep moving forward, unfortunately, to the next disgusting act until this shit stops. Excuse my language. God bless each and every one of you, and have a great day. Again, take a look in the description box, and I keep forgetting that I have something else I've been wanting to do right in the beginning. If you're here at the end, check out, I'm going to have the BITCHUTE down below as well. All right, the BITCHUTE, I meant to add it to the tickers, but I was already kind of digging into this article and wanted to get it to you. So yes, a little disturbing. Stuff like that hits close to home, and just a waste. You know, the government's great at making veterans, but is horrible at taking care of them. Disgusting. All right, well, we'll see you back here. We'll see you back here on the next episode.